Camman, Dillian Whyte said, I'm not waiting until November. I want to fight now. Before we get into that, hit the thumbs up, sub, and hit the notification bell. That way you get updated when I drop the newest content like this. And don't forget, without hitting that bell, it doesn't mean much to sub because you never get updated. With that being said, let's get into the video. So recently, Dillian Whyte sat down with IFL TV, and this is what he said. We got to do a little bit of reading. So here we go. I'm not waiting until November, so it's about working out what's best for me and the options. Maybe America or maybe back here in the UK. I'll sit down with Eddie Hearn and my team and let's see. I'm waiting to confirm a few things with Eddie Hearn. Maybe September, maybe October, or maybe November. The earliest possible date. I'm very easy. Eddie doesn't need to talk me into fights and dates. I'll take a fight on 2 weeks' notice, which he did against Marius Watt. It's been 6 days and I don't know who I'm fighting and I'm training. I'm one of the easiest guys to manage, which is why I don't know why I had this F up in my career. I'm one of the guys that don't turn down fights. I'm still interim champion and I'm still trying to get a world title. And I'm still in the WBC rankings. My team is battling hard, so let's see. Now he's going to call out the names. Jermaine Franklin, which I discussed before. Chris Arreola, don't like that because he just lost. Andy Ruiz, I like that because he just beat Arreola. And Charles Martin. That would be a good fight too because he's an ex-champion. These are the kind of guys that I want to fight. I want to fight the best guys, but sometimes it's difficult to get the fight when the guys don't want to fight. They all talk S, but they don't want to fight. We have to see and take the next possible opponent that makes sense for us. All right. Let's see if he says anything else in this article. It says you need to ask WBC President Mauricio Suleiman. That's who you need to ask, obviously. And this is Whyte talking about why he hasn't had a title shot yet. Going on, I've done everything asked of me the right way. I'm a two-time interim WBC champion. My resume is better than any other WBC champion's resume. Guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. And that is very true. His record is way better than the other WBC champions, whether that be Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. He has beat more top 10 fighters than both of them. So I'm not really disagreeing with any of this. He just goes on to say that he'll fight. I will fight Deontay Wilder whenever. Deontay Wilder, I don't know where he is, what's going on. No one wants to see a Tyson Fury third fight with him. I don't know. I'm willing and ready to fight Deontay. As they say, have gumption, will travel. I just want to fight. It would be an action-packed fight from the moment it's made. I do agree with that. It would be fireworks because you got two heavy hitters, two hard hitters, and both guys can knock people out. So it would definitely be a fireworks-type fight if he did get Deontay Wilder, but I don't believe that fight would happen because Deontay Wilder is only going to fight Tyson Fury for that WBC title. And in my opinion, unless Mauricio put out some type of order saying the winner out of Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder got the WBC title because they stripped Tyson Fury, it would be foolish of Deontay Wilder to take that type of risk because if he does, he'll never get a title shot if he loses. So, again, Deontay Wilder's best bet is just to wait it out, see what Tyson Fury does. And if Tyson Fury doesn't fight him, then he gets stripped. And then Deontay Wilder can fight a Dillian Whyte where the risk matches the reward, in my opinion. But going to the other guys, like I said, I think the best fight he can make is either Ruiz or Charles Martin because both guys fought Anthony Joshua. So, truth be told, I think the best out of those four names that he gave, Franklin, Arreola, Ruiz, and Martin, I think the best one would be Ruiz because Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua in the first fight. So being that that's the guy that beat AJ, who has the titles, 3 of them, that's who I would go for. I think that would be the biggest build-up on your name if you were to fight him. Charles Martin, he is an ex-champion. That would be my second pick. I would pick Arreola because a lot of people say that Arreola beat Andy Ruiz Jr., although I didn't think he did. To me, it looked like Arreola was paid to lose because he was fighting good. He was hurting Andy Ruiz, and it's like he just took his foot off the gas, and then whenever he lost, to me, it was just all a dog and pony show, and he was acting. Because he didn't do enough to win, in my opinion. He really let off the gas when he could have, in my opinion, finished Andy Ruiz Jr. in a couple of those rounds. So again, I would have that as my third pick just because he's been in the ring with, higher quality opponents than, say, a Jermaine Franklin, who hasn't fought in a while, and not a lot of people know his name. His biggest one is to Rydell Booker. So again, I don't really see that fight doing that much. So those are the levels of what I see. And I do like the fact that Dillian Whyte's not going to wait on Canelo Alvarez to make a fight so he can be on his undercard. I think Dillian Whyte's name's big enough to where he doesn't need a Canelo to promote him. Now, it would be a lot more eyes on him on a Canelo card, but at the same time, he's got a big enough name to where a lot of people in boxing know who he is. So again, I think a Ruiz fight sells. I think a Martin fight sells. Arreola, and a Franklin fight doesn't really sell at all. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I like this. I like that he's not waiting again. And I want to see if y'all agree or disagree. Like always, y'all have a good night.